Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with a meditation. I'll be coming out of the Bible, out of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 1 through 17. Choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, we sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to deal with your consequences, good or bad. None of us get away from that. You may have issues that you deal with for the rest of your life, but if you come over to God's team with it, He'll help you get through it. And choose yourself. It's not selfish. It's necessary. That doesn't mean that you don't have other obligations, but make sure that you take care of the priorities in your life first, because it'll make it easier for you to deal with the other responsibilities you have. And, find a way to make yourself grounded. And don't allow negative people to have boundaries with people. I can't go too deep. And love yourself. Because if you love yourself, if no one else loves you, you'll be okay. And never give up on yourself. Never. If you lost everything you have, if you have yourself, you have everything. You can always rebuild. The Heavenly Host requested that I go all the way through Proverbs, chapter by chapter. So I'm going to pick it up at Proverbs chapter 3. I'm going to try to get through 1 through 17, and then I'll finish it up another day. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. I did that. I don't care what anybody says. They can talk about me all day long. It's what other people are saying, but then there's the truth. What is that? What's the truth, though? I lean on God for everything. That's how I survive all this madness. It's not rocket science. I'm with God. There's nothing abstract. I'm with Him. And I lean on Him for everything I do. I don't have the most and the greatest of this and that, but as long as He take it, I don't want for anything. So I'm blessed for that. I'm not materialistic. I'm going to get what I need, and I'm going to do the things that I need to do. But I have a cap on, what I'm willing to do for whatever and how I go about getting it. And I also have to submit to God's will, whatever that is. I can't do any more than what He allows me to do at the time, whenever I'm thinking I want to do something. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. And do it. Leave them cutthroat, people who causing confusion in your life. Cut them off. So what? I don't care who they are to you. Cut them off. God is not the author of confusion. Satan is. And we got to cut people off at the root. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you straight. If they don't have your best interest at heart, and if you notice when certain people are in your life, if it's nothing but a ball of confusion, and you're always problem solving about their situations, cut them people off and focus on you and whatever is a necessity in your own life. Let me keep going. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. I might not have a whole lot of some things, but God makes sure I'm going to eat every day. I believe in Him. I don't want for anything. I'm blessed. I lean on him. And he always makes a way for me. I don't know how, but somehow, sometimes, and that's why I don't worry about it, because I know I'm with him. I turn it over to him, literally. But I still am responsible and try to do the things that I need to do that's necessary in my life. I don't just sit down and say, okay, Lord, take care of everything, and I don't do what I need to do to maintain. Okay, let me keep going. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. The Lord set me down so bad this past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He set me down. But I had to get up, keep going. I have had to prove my faith to him. But he always made a way for me. When I took the step, he helped me take the next few steps. My life has never been easy. I don't care what people think. Did you ask me? What are you going off of what I look like? What are you talking about? Something wrong with people when you look at somebody, oh, they're this and that. How do you know? Did you talk to them and ask them who or what they're about? I don't care what they look like. The shiniest things would be the fastest thing to take you down into hell. My son, despise not the chastening of thy Lord, neither be weary of his correction, for whom the Lord loveth he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Listen, when I get my butt tore up, when God lets me get tore up by this wicked world for being stupid, I'm learning my lesson. I keep on going. Does it make me sad to have to release some things that I love? Yeah, but I'd rather go on and say bye to that stuff than keep getting my buns torched. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. That's why I smile. People think it's a joke. No, I'm happy. Do I have sad days? Yeah, but I'm happy because I'm peaceful. Now, people can think whatever they want to think. If you don't hear it from my meow, don't assume anything. I'm happy. I'm not miserable. I have sad days, yes. Mostly, I'm happy most of the time because you know why? I didn't compromise myself to Satan. I'm living for God. Do I make mistakes? Yep. I make big mistakes. What do? I turn it over to God, and I get over my embarrassment, and I turn it over to God, and I get past it and keep on going. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and her paths are peace. I'm stopping it right there.